Hello and welcome to the Beauty Know-It-All. Now, I'm actually a health editor as well as a beauty editor, and I'm not sure if anybody really knows that, but for the better part of 20 years, I've been writing health and well-being and fitness features, and I don't necessarily always practice what I preach. But somebody asked me to do a vlog about the supplements I take and if I'm pro supplements or anti supplements. And it's a sort of 50-50 divide really. Some I think are pure snake oil. Obviously I think in an ideal world we will all get the vitamins and minerals that we need from the food that we eat, but like you, I eat on the run and I occasionally eat junk food and then I miss meals. So let's look at what I actually take, okay? Because I've done all the research over the years, I've interviewed all the experts, and this is what I think works for me. So I'm going to start with Deluxe. Now, Deluxe is an oral vitamin D spray. I'm a big fan of Better You. They are a supplement that they're a company that delivers supplements in anything other than a tablet form. Because if you think about it logically, you take a tablet. I mean, I nearly choked once. Well, I did choke really badly and I had to stop myself and calm myself and sort of, keep breathing again on those massive multivitamin tablets. And they sit in your stomach and they can give you indigestion and you have to eat them with food and then they have to be absorbed. Are they absorbed? And then sometimes your urine turns bright green, which means aren't you really just flushing it all out? I don't know. Anyway. Basically, research has shown that if you can spray a vitamin into your mouth, and this is a minty spray, which basically just do this, like that, and it's sort of it tastes like a minty water. It's actually a super fine oil, but don't let that put you off. Basically, it bypasses the need for it to go into your stomach because the lining of your mouth is super vascularized, which means that the blood supply is really strong to it, which is why we have bleeding gums and things like that, and mouth ulcers are so painful. But basically, it bypasses going through your stomach and your liver, and it goes straight into your bloodstream via the lining of your mouth and under your tongue. And it's been proven to be just much more efficient. I think you get something like 60% more vitamin into your system. Now, the one thing I would complain about Deluxe, and they have changed it, is their sprays have an awful habit of backing up and getting blocked, and then they're really hard to unblock. Now, vitamin D is essential. Everybody should be taking vitamin D because you can't really get it from food, and if you do get it from food, you get it from things that are kind of really unfashionable to eat at the moment, like dairy. And a lot of women I know don't have dairy because either they associate it with a lactose intolerance or bad skin, or they're trying to lose weight, or they're watching what they eat. And the other way to get it, the main way to get it, is when your skin is exposed to the sun, you produce vitamin D in your skin. Now, I probably buck the trend and do like to expose my skin to the sun for short periods of time. Most people don't. They slather themselves head to toe in SPF. I mean, I'm filming this on one of the hottest days of the year, but normally we have rubbish summers. And so the government have basically recommended that everybody should take a vitamin D supplement, particularly the elderly, particularly young children, because vitamin D is essential, because without vitamin D you cannot take calcium into your body. And there's a generation of young children in inner cities slathered in SPF, playing on their Xboxes. God, do children still play on their Xboxes? On iPads and on their computers, who aren't getting out in the sun and have actually got rickets, which is really shocking because rickets belong to my dad's generation in the 20s and 30s. Anyway, it's also essential for a really good immune system. So basically everybody should be taking vitamin D every day. Don't take it as a tablet form because it's not water soluble. Therefore, why would you take it in a tablet? It's got to either be in a capsule or an oral spray. And I recommend this. It boosts your immune system as well. And I'm convinced it's one of the reasons I get less cold. So I do a quick spray of this every single day. Other things I take. Right. Not necessarily a vitamin, but I take probiotics. In my 20s and 30s and early 40s, I suffered from really bad IBS. And not a lot was known about probiotics at the time, but now so many studies have been done on probiotics and the gut flora and fauna. So basically it's called your microbiome. So that's the bacteria, the healthy bacteria that you carry in your digestive tract that can basically is part of your immune system. So it can help ward off coughs and colds, and they've now proven that your gut microbiome can control, they think, your weight, but even things like depression and certainly your immune system. So I found that when I took a really good quality probiotic, not only did my IBS get better, but that I had less constipation. Why do my gloriously, supposedly gorgeous vlogs always end up becoming real truth tellers? So basically, if you suffer from IBS or you've suffered from constipation, if you feel like your immune system is low, I really recommend this one. This is Food Science Mega Probiotic, and I get it from Victoria Health, which is this brilliant online site. Go to Victoria Health and have a look. It's a curation of just really interesting things, some slightly left field, some mainstream, lots of interesting beauty products as well. Anyway, have a look. This is quite strong, and I take 2 to 3 a day. And I really feel that my digestive tract is healthier, less bloating, less constipation, less IBS. It works for me. Right, other things I take. Sorry about that, my battery just ran out. Okay, 2 more final things. Magnesium citrate in particularly. If you suffer from anxiety, you have trouble sleeping at night, you have trouble relaxing at the end of the day, magnesium is known as kind of Mother Nature's Valium, and it just really basically calms and soothes and relaxes your muscles. But what it does for me, because I'm not really an anxious person, I'm very lucky like that, is it speeds the passage of food through my intestines. So unglamorous. It was recommended to me by the absolutely brilliant Ian Marber, who you might remember because he originally created the brand Food Doctor. Anyway, he's a brilliant nutritionist. I really trust him when it comes to solid nutritional advice. And he said to me, I used to tell these stories. I used to go away on holiday with my boyfriend, and my boyfriend would get up in the morning and have a croissant and bacon and eggs, and I would get up and have a huge bowl of fruit and maybe muesli, and then at lunch I'd have a huge salad and he'd have a burger, and then in the evening he'd have a bowl of white pasta and I'd have fish and vegetables, and then he'd get up in the morning, have a cigarette and a coffee and go to the toilet, and I wouldn't. And he said to me, try taking magnesium, because essentially what it does is it encourages fluid, water, to stay within your lower intestine rather than to be processed back out again. So it basically speeds the process of food, the passage of food through your intestines and out the other end. It's not glamorous, but my God, it works. I suffer from low blood pressure, so I take it at night because magnesium is such a relaxant to your body that it can lower your blood pressure, so you do have to be careful. But 1 or 2 of these at night, if you're traveling and you're on holiday and you're a bit backed up, works. And also I recommend it to my friends who are tense at night and can't wind down at night. And finally, this one's got strawberry marks on it, or raspberry marks on it. Another Better You, which is the B12 Boost. I don't eat red meat. It's an animal thing. I didn't really ever enjoy it. And the older I get, the more in love with animals I become, the less I'm inclined to eat meat at all. It's quite hard to get vitamin B12 from your diet unless you eat a lot of red meat, and I don't. In the summer I eat a lot of spinach and stuff like that and salads, but in the winter I tend not to. Vitamin B12 is essential for energy. So if you're like me and you've got quite a low blood pressure and you wake up in the morning and you feel like you could go back to sleep again for 8 hours, I do find that vitamin B12 and actually iron, which I don't have with me at the moment, but I take a liquid iron supplement called Spartone, which is apple flavoured in sachets. Those can really help you through the winter. So I do find that gives me a bit of an energy boost. There you go, that's the Beauty Know-It-All on supplements, or in this case, the Health Know-It-All. In fact, my friends laugh about me. They call me Dr. Google, and then I say underneath it should be a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. But I have been writing about health for 25 years, so I think I have a fairly balanced opinion. Ask me questions, subscribe, ask questions, anything about health actually, because if I don't know, I will ask an expert who does know, and I will get back to you.